I am going to have a very in-depth conversation about putting together your newsletter. And the newsletter is a way for you to share a little bit about yourself with those people that you want to be raving fans, the people that you want to invite into your life of whatever industry that you are in. And so we are actually, what I'm teaching today can be applied to any industry, can be used in any newsletter creating platform. They're all pretty fairly, well, hopefully, drag and drop, something that's not too cumbersome. Newsletters are a way for us to reach out to people and let them know what's going on in the industry that we're in, and our industry is real estate. Let them know what's going on in the city that your business is in, or if it's a national conversation to be had, if you're going to share recipes, something going on for the holidays. Cindy, what city are you in?
I'm in Atlanta, Decatur.
Okay, good. So you're here. So
Yes.
I'm in Atlanta as well. So I asked because the information that I've shared is in Atlanta. But of course, this can be used anywhere. People just need to find out what sort of online resources they would go to for the city that they are in. And as you can tell, my screen is to the left. So I'm looking over here. So I want everyone to have an image together of themselves somewhere on your magic hard drive. Hopefully you're on your computer. Also to have your handles available to you for your social media platforms. And it's best to get those directly from the source and paste your social media, your Instagram, whatever it is, your TikTok, find it on the World Wide Web. And then we're gonna have those windows open. So when we get to that part of today's lesson, that you guys can go ahead and just copy and paste those and put those into your newsletter. Get your KVCore open as well. Close all of your browsers out like I did, so we can only have the ones that we need open, so we are able to quickly maneuver around. Okay. Were you guys able to get into the, okay, I see one person in here. All right, and so let's go ahead and just click on, this is industry specific. We're going to click right here and it'll take us to the domain. And you guys can kind of look around and see what articles might be of interest to you. And when you create a newsletter, just think about how you like to read a newsletter. You want 20 things in there or just 3 or 4? Maybe something local, music, a restaurant review, home decor, like I mentioned before, tiny homes, you know, something that you think would capture the person's attention. And especially if you have a niche, like if it's new construction, put a new construction community in here. If you're an investor, put some investor information in. If it's around the holidays, put something about the holidays in here. People like a recipe, they like events, and you want them to know about your business. So if you have a new listing, if you are hosting an open house, you know, and there's no limit to how many newsletters that you can do. Ricky Caruth, he says he's put out a newsletter every Wednesday, I think, for several years, and he's built his business around communicating with his people in that manner. So let's go ahead to, let me put the link back in the chat. So you guys that are new to the room can go ahead and open this link. And then also, we're about to open KVCore. So I hope everybody has their KVCore username and password together. And let me share my screen. All righty, let me see. Please raise your hand if you have your KVCore open. I'm playing Sanford and Son in my head, giving you guys a minute.
Yes, mine
Yes, I
is
have
open.
mine's open.
Okay. Campaigns and templates. Templates are the pieces to the puzzle. Templates are the layers that we put together to make the campaign. So the campaign is everything all combined, and the templates are the little pieces that we put together. So we are going to come over to marketing, and we are going to go to smart campaigns. Now I have a template created inside of KVCore or whoever it is that I'm using for my CRM, so I can use it every single time I go in. So as I'm telling you to have your social media handles together and your profile picture, every time I go in, I'm going to go over to my templates. I type in, because I just call it all, I think it's called all templates. Right here. My suggestion is for you to create a template, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to open up 2 windows so I can show you how to create one, but I'm just going to be pulling the information from my old one into the new one. And so here is my template. And the information goes here. This is the top of my newsletter. And this is the bottom. So they always look the same unless I come in and change it. And actually this has been updated, but you're going to want to create a template. So I'm going to show you how. Marketing, smart campaign, template. And I'm going to try to keep up. I want you guys to stop me if I'm somewhere and you're lost. I don't want anybody to get lost, because then you won't be able to move forward. So I'll try to move slow, and different people are on different levels in regards to KVCore. I know it's a lot. KVCore is very robust, but you know, it's helpful. It helps us run our businesses. So if I am moving too quickly or you don't see where I'm clicking, and I'm going to try to remember to, you know, have my little hand circle it, then let me know. So we're going to go to add template. And this is going to be an email template. And again, we're just going to name this all. And I like to name my things the same. The subject line, you know, we're not creating the newsletter yet, but when you create the newsletter, you're going to want to name it whatever it is, like May, June newsletter. And so I would put that there because this is what is received by the person that you're sending this to. And so here, advanced editor. So let me show you the difference. There's no images. You can't do anything in here. You can change the font. You know, there's a few things that you can do. But if you want to be able to add pictures and add your social media, you're going to want to select advanced editor. Yes, I'm sure. And so this is where all the fun is. See how this changed what's available to me? All right. So I want you guys to grab your image. If you don't have a Canva image yet, for now, just put your picture here. If you want to create a Canva image, please do. Grab the image and placed it on top of the dashboard. So now we're going to browse. And this sometimes takes a minute. That's why you want to make sure that your windows are closed. I have so much information on my poor computer. I feel sorry for it.
How do you, I'm trying to upload an image. I still can't, how do you do that?
So did you drag it over?
Drag it over from.
Okay, so let me go to a different one because I need that one to load. So Are you in KVCore and did you, does
Okay,
your,
I got
it
that
looks
up,
like
but
this?
I don't have any images in there.
So we're gonna do that part. We're going
Oh,
to
okay.
upload an image in. Yeah, so right now we're just clicking on it so it can open. So make sure that you've taken this and placed it onto your desktop.
Okay.
Okay. And so this is the place where images live. And so you're going to upload yours here, but you can also use free images. So like this is a free image. You search here and type in whatever it is that might want to spark your attention, something that you're looking for. And there are hundreds, if not thousands of images inside of KVCore for us to use for free. So we're going to select upload. And you're going to go on to your computer. I just downloaded this document. So I hit downloads and I'm going to select the image. Just click on it and hit open. And it's going to take a minute and you might have to come find it. Sometimes it doesn't place it right at the top. You may have to scroll through and look for the image that you just uploaded, but it's thinking right now, and I can see that by this circle. Anybody have any questions so far? All right, everybody good to go. They loading. Oh, and there it is. So you hit insert, and it's going to put it right here in my newsletter. That's huge. I don't want it that big. So right here is where you control the size of your images. So we're going to slide that over. We'll just click it, it slides over, and you can resize it here. All right.
Okay, well, I guess I got lost here. Still trying to follow along. Sorry about that.
You're good. So where are you now?
Well, I thought I followed along with you, drag and drop. That didn't work. So
let me, I'm on content. Do you see this?
Okay, let me get back because I'm trying to look at your screen and my screen. So, so I see your screen. And so
and did you drag this image icon onto the desktop and see it says I can put it here at the bottom. I can put it here at the top.
Okay, hold on.
So you place it wherever you want to in your newsletter. This is how your newsletter is going to look.
Okay, I think I know what I did.
Chanel, Camille, you're good? You guys are good?
Okay, so I did get an image there,
Okay.
and am I supposed to add template?
So you have an image here on your desktop now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're good.
Okay.
Is it on your newsletters like mine?
Well, it's saying preview, send test, start from scratch.
Oh, right here? Yeah, so as long as it's here, we're still building it. We're not making sure it works yet. So you have your image here.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chanel, you good? Okay. All right. So let me go over to my other one. And so now we're going to do our social media buttons. So here, we're going to drag this social media icon onto our newsletter. And we can click on it because we have options over here. We can change how we want it to look. This is very colorful. This is all blue. This is gray and white, black and white. You can change the shape to squares. And you choose how you want it to look. You can remove the outer piece and only have the icon. just by clicking on it. And so here is where you are going to copy and paste your URLs. You can add, because as you see, TikTok is not there. Here's YouTube. You can add TikTok. You can add Snapchat. You can add WhatsApp. Any of these that you see and that you have accounts for, you can add them to your newsletter.
How did you say you get to the whole collection of them?
So we click on it to highlight it and then scroll down to the bottom and it says add new icon. And so when you click on the icon, these are all of the social media
Gotcha. Okay.
handles, well, the social media icons, and then we're going to put our handles here. But if you just want to be able to give someone permission to share your newsletter on social media, you hit social share, and from your newsletter, you would put this somewhere else, not here, maybe at the bottom of your newsletter. Make sure this button, this is highlighted in our newsletter, and you're going to go to Facebook and you are going to find your Facebook page, copy and paste it and put it here. So I'm just going to go to my old one. You grab your handles and bring them over to KVCore and paste them. For each one. If you use Twitter, the same. And I'll go ahead and wait and just let me know when you guys have done that piece. And Chanel, I did see you're in the chat and you can't talk. So if you can raise your hand once you've completed and we can go move to the next part. Chanel, girl, what you got? One social media platform? You said I got Facebook, that's it. I don't got Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, none of that. I just put my Facebook business page on there. That's cool. Whatever you guys have, just go ahead and put it on here. And the thing that would be very wise, if you could, is try to make all of your social media handles the same. So that means it's gonna take a little checking, balancing out and see who has what. But you know, when you want people to find you, I don't want to say I'm selling real estate. MAKEBA sells real estate at Instagram, Atlanta real estate agent on Facebook, on Twitter, you can find me at, you know, and Twitter is iffy because Twitter is limited on the characters that you can use, because actually make moves with MAKEBA won't work for Twitter. So I use something else, but I'm not really on Twitter, so it was no big deal for me. Anybody have any questions before we move on?
If I don't have Twitter, just the I have Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So it's a Twitter, just delete that one.
Oh yeah, don't, just remove it. Yep, hit delete if you don't have it right there.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Camille, you good?
I believe so. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. All right, so let me look at my other newsletter and then your EXP logo. So you can put it wherever you want to, but just make sure it's in your newsletter. And you're going to do the same thing you did before. You're going to take, click on content, grab this option for image. And as you see, it went down here, but I can just pick it up and move it. Browse the EXP logo, and you can just go ahead and upload it. And then there it is, insert it into, and again, it's huge, humongous. So it's clicked on, which means I can come over and manipulate it. I'm going to slide this over, which gives me permission to resize it. All right, so let me go over. And so this is the top part of my newsletter. And I've inserted this divider inside of my newsletter. And I usually have 2 dividers. My virtual assistant helps me. So she knows to come in and put the content in between these two. The content of that month's newsletter goes in between these two dividers. And so now let me show you what the bottom of my newsletter looks like. And so this is just some information that I share with my people. Let's look and see what is available on the market in your area of interest. You can filter for the features you want and save your search for future browsing. Click the browse listings button below to search all active and sold listings in our area on my website. And so I'm going to show you how to make a button. So we're going to come over.
Question.
Mhm.
Well, or my one challenge that I'm facing right now. So the box where we're doing this, my box is short. And so when I'm trying to move my image box below the social box, and it's not allowing me to do that.
So are you able to scroll up and down here inside? And then you also can, there's like 2 different handles to get you to maneuver around. And this one is actually pretty large. Is yours even this big? Because usually it's like real skinny. I'm surprised. And I don't even know why they torture us like that.
I know. I mean, like they should make it
we got
bigger.
a whole full screen. Right. Why would you make some little itty bitty area?
Okay, let me see now.
Yeah, because there's 2 handles on the side that
See if
you
I can
control.
do it from
This
now.
one, and then this one controls the whole area, and this one just inside the newsletter itself.
Okay. Okay, I swapped it. Okay, cool.
Okay. And then up here, you can push control minus or control plus to make your screen larger or bigger. I mean, it works because I have more area that I can see, but now the font is small and everything else is small. So it's like, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset it. Oh no, that's too big. Let me take it down.
MAKEBA, which tab did you click to get to upload the EXP? Because we was in social media and you went to, was that icons?
Content, image. So it's just an image that I have saved. Do you have the EXP logos on your computer?
Yes, I do. So
Okay.
it's image.
Yeah,
Okay.
image, drag it, and then you're gonna, if it's not uploaded into your newsletter image area, then you're gonna need to upload it so you can have access to it. Okay, and so text boxes and buttons, that's what we're going to touch on now. So we see this big T right here. We're gonna scroll down, grab it, drag it and drop it up, drag it and drop it down. Wherever you want to place it, that's where you want to put your text box. And I can copy this information and put it in the chat. I mean, it's just pretty basic. So you're going to want to let people know what they're doing next in your newsletter. So just come back over to content. You're going to drag your text button up, drop it, and then you see this is where you'll put your text. So the text information that I just put in the chat, grab it and place it on your newsletter. And I'm going to actually delete these. Hold on for me. My family is making noise. Okay. Did everybody get to that point?
Yes.
Did somebody say almost?
I did. Okay.
So we're hitting content. We're gonna grab the text icon, drag it over to our newsletter, release it, and it's saying, I'm a new text block ready for your content. You're gonna grab the information that I put in the chat, paste it inside of this text block. And let's click on the text, and it gives us a lot of options. I'm gonna highlight the text. We can center it. I like all of my stuff centered. I like Georgia as a font in my newsletter. 14 point is good. I can make it bold. I can come change the color of the text by clicking this A. Let's make the font purple.
Let's see. Purple.
And so now we're going to play around with buttons. This is where we're going to put our links. So we use rows. Rows kind of segment out the newsletter. So this one would have a small square to the left. This one will have a larger one to the right. And I use rows down here. I have 2 evenly sized buttons placed inside of these rows. Same here. So I'm gonna come over to content, grab a button, drag it over, drop it. You see this button is a blue color, and we're gonna do the same thing that we did to change the text. We're gonna click on it. And we have to come over to the right side to manipulate the button. You can click inside of the button to change the text, the inside, browse. Browse listings or search for homes. And over here is where you're going to enter your URL. And so the URL is where we're going to take them to search for homes. Right here it says link type. What do we want this link to point towards? Do we want it to point towards a web page? Do we want them to be able to send an email? Do we want them to call or send a text message? So you have the ability to get this button to do any of those 4 things. So we want us to go to a web page. So let's go to our EXP website or whatever you use for your people to be able to search. And so mine, like most of this, is our first name, last name, .exprealty.com. And so you're just going to grab this. And so if this was a seller, if your button said, see how much your home is valued for, you're going to hit sell. And this is the seller valuation prompt. If you have a new blog post that you just posted, I don't even know if I have my blog. Oh, there. So if you want people to go to your blog or read your testimonials, if you are recruiting, you click on these, take the people there, and I really need to do more blogging. I don't. So read my latest blog, and I would click that, grab this URL and go put it over inside of that button's hyperlink. But right now we're having people, and it depends on where you want to bring them. Do you want to click search so they can just come in here and see listings over here on the side and start looking? Or do you want them to just go to your domain page? So that's an executive decision on your part. If you want them to come and see it this way, or send them directly to be able to start browsing. I have them come here. So I'll copy my URL, copy, go back over to KVCore. And again, I'm having them go to a web page, and I'm going to paste the URL here. And this is where you scroll down to change the color. So everything that you're going to do to this button is right here on the side. If you want to change the font size, the text, color, background color, so I can make, and instead of having white letters inside, I can make it have black letters. Make the letters red. You see how quickly it changes. So you're able to look at it in real time. And I don't typically mess with any of, the other things in here, but you're able to if you want to. Any questions?
No questions.
And let me see, don't let me forget you guys before we're done to give you guys access to the sheet that has the different links on it for the videos that I haven't edited yet. It's a lot of them. All right, so we have you using your buttons. You've seen how to input URLs or whatever it is that you want the button to be directed to do, how to change the text message on the button, the color of the font, and the button itself. If you guys use HomeSnap, I love HomeSnap. If you're not familiar with HomeSnap, it's an app on your phone. And your clients, you have to sign up for it. And your clients, you give them access to the app. And so that's a camera right here. And while your client is standing in front of a house, they can take a picture of the house. It pulls up data about the home. They can see what they can see as a regular person in the world, but they can share the house with you. And you can see the private remarks and more information. I mean, and it's not just listed houses. When I'm out of town, I use this too. Like when I'm traveling, I just want to see how, what the housing market looks like in certain cities that I'm in. I stand outside, I take a picture, I make sure that it's the correct address, you click on it, and it shares with you the information. As a real estate agent, we can see, everything. But your clients can just see that the house is for sale, like they can see the price, stuff like that. So I have my HomeSnap app information here because people have access to this on their phone as well. And I'm going to change how that reads. Again, I like my stuff centered. That up-to-date real estate listings was split, so I don't like how that looks. And this is my signature on the way out as your reliable realtor resource. Give me a call, email, or text, and let me know how I can assist you with your real estate goals. Those are my hashtags. I have the option to email me. And again, this button goes to my email. You click on it to make it live, and then it opens up this area over here to your right, so you can tell it what you want the button to do. Schedule a chat. So my Calendly link is here inside of this one. These are my business hours, and this is just another text block. Oh, let me show you how to use the rows. Okay. Same situation, just going to drag it, drop it. It only wants to drop it right there for some reason. And I can put an image in one. I can put a button over here. I can put a video in this one. You can put different things. That's ugly, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can put different things in these squares. And when you think about a newsletter or a newspaper, things are segmented out just like that. So that's what this functionality is for.
And for the video, it's definitely best to record it first, or you have to record it first.
Well, yeah, because you'll be pulling this from YouTube and Vimeo. So if you click on it, I made it live and it's telling you to put the URL here to go to the links.
You can't, like if you made a video in Canva, you can't upload that?
No, you have to upload it to one of these platforms.
And you said Vimeo, or what was the other one?
Right here, YouTube and Vimeo. And
Oh,
just
okay.
because you are recording a video in either one of these platforms, you can set it to a privacy nature where only people with the links can click on it. So it's not just going to be broadcasted out there for everybody to see it. So when you upload it to YouTube or Vimeo, you can make it so that only people with the link can access the video. Nobody can just browse and see it if they don't have the link.
Okay.
If you if you don't want everybody to see it. So I'm deleting that box. Okay. And then I have my home buyer, home seller guide. This is, click on the estimate of the house. So this is where I showed you guys that sell link. This is where I have it placed. And then for people that are interested in becoming real estate agents and joining my team, I have both of those links at the bottom. So you're going to customize this to whatever you have access to, whatever you want to add to your newsletter. And again, you're going to save this as template. So before we go out of here, does anybody have any questions? And also I want to suggest to you guys to make sure that you're saving this while you're using it, because sometimes it'll bump you out and all of the work that you did will no longer be there.
Yeah, that's what just happened to me. So I
Sorry.
said, I'm just gonna watch, and I got the gist of it. So I'll go back and do it a little later.
Okay. And some-
Absolutely, that's what happened. That's
No.
what happened to me. That's why I got, excuse me, that's why I got behind. I was like, oh no, I deleted everything.
Oh. Okay. And so I closed it. I didn't want to save it because that was my template. All right. Well, you guys are going to have the video. So, and when you save it, you got to go back out just like this and you have to open it up again.
Okay.
And so now let me go to my template. I'm going to close out of this one. Well, I'll keep it open. All right. So we are going to input information for the newsletter. So I'm going to grab a button, and I don't have to. I'm going to put the text in the button. I mean, not a button, the rows.
Now, I'm sorry, but when you were saying save the template, are you saying at the bottom where it says add template? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, but after you've added it one time, it's going to say something different.
Okay.
It's going to say, yeah, after I save it, it says something different. I think it says save it, but I haven't saved it yet.
Okay.
Okay. Great question. All right. So we are going to add a row. And again, it has a mind of its own where it will allow you to place things. So we're going to come and put a text box inside of the row. All right, so now we are going to go to one of those mini links that I shared to find content. So let's go to realtor.com, industry specific. We're all real estate agents. And when you're there, most of them have a search option. So, what is it that you want to search for? Or, of course, use their dashboard to navigate your way around. Are you interested in buying, selling, renting, home improvements? What is it that you want to share something about the current housing market? So I'm just going to click on something. So we are going to grab the heading, copy it, take it over to our newsletter. Let me close this one out so I don't open it anymore. And I'm going to paste it here. Again, I like to center my stuff, so I'm highlighting it. I'm going to center it. I'm going to make it bold and stand out because it is the title of the article. I'm going to separate how it's seen, make this part separate from the other and make it larger. So highlight it and let's see, 34. It's pretty big. Come in and change the font color. Whatever your colors are, mine are purple and gold. So, you know, you're going to see a lot of purple and gold in my newsletter. All right, so now we want to add another text block and you determine how large you want things to be. Content. Drag the text down. Go back to my article. And you're just going to get a couple of sentences after being, this is a really small newsletter. So I'm just going to grab a couple of sentences. I'll take it down to maybe here, and this might still even be too much, but you want to put enough to grab the person's attention and want to come and click and see the full article. And I'm going to place the content here. And then I am going to, sometimes I'll put a button. So I'll show you two ways to do this. I'll grab the button, bring it down. Well, the row, and I'm going to put a button inside the row. Or you can just put a button in no row. It's up to you. And so in here, I'm going to put read more. And so I'll show you two ways to do that. Or inside of the article, I'll scoot it all the way to the end and type read more. So we can see the difference in the two. They can read more of the article here and they can clearly see it stands out separately. Or I can highlight the words read more, change the background color by selecting this background color option. I'll make it purple and change the font to white, something that'll stand out. And maybe make this a little larger. And I see that it moved over. So I'm gonna hit delete so I can get it back on one line. So I've done that part. Now I want to make these live. So when they click on them, they'll be able to go back to this article and read it. So we're gonna grab this URL, copy it, right click to copy it. Go to KVCore. So I'm going to select, highlight this read more, come up here to insert the link. I'm going to paste the link. It says, what are you pasting it on? Read more. But if I want to change it, click here to read more. I just want to show you guys that this is the verbiage that's on the newsletter. You can change it here. And then it's asking you, where are we going again? Are we going to a website, email, file manager? They're going to call you. Are you sending a text message? And it's already set to URL. So just leave it there. We always want it to open into a new window because if you hit none, it's going to take them away from your website. So if you select new window, it's going to open a whole new tab. Okay. And so again, we see that it took it down to the bottom. So I'm going to backspace it out so we can bring it up to one line. And it also removed all of the color change that I had So I'm gonna go back, change the color of the box. And you see it's the normal blue hyperlink color and it's not standing out. So I'm gonna come over and change it, highlight and change it to white to make it stand out. And so now it's click here to read more. So if you want to do it inside of the button, we're going to click the button. And remember, the button, the information is over here on the right. So I'm going to copy the link inside of the URL. Well, we copied it already. I'm pasting it, and I'm not going to put it on here twice. I'm only doing it 2 different ways so you guys can see how you can customize your newsletter. And don't forget, we got web page, send email, make call, SMS. So those are functionalities of the button as well. And the button, I've already showed you how to change the color. And if you want to change what it says, you're going to click inside of it itself. So I'll make it say the same thing. Click here to read more. Okay. And in this resource, you know, I have recipe links to add recipes. You come over here and search for something. Let's see, pies, chocolate chip cookies. I like chocolate. Let's see what comes up. Chocolate. We got cookies, dairy-free, white chocolate Christmas crack. Ooh. Okay, it looks like a graham cracker. That's what that is. Okay. Vegan oatmeal cookies, and you know, add a recipe. This is cute. A cute little chocolate chip sandwich situation. I don't know about vegan, y'all, yet. But there's some good vegan recipes out there. I should, you know, take a little extra time and trick my family. They won't even know. My children will know. Mama, what is what is this? The issue with a lot of vegan stuff too is keeping it together. It's really crumbly because they don't do the egg, the stuff that bind it normally. They do like you know, Sister Muhammad, what do they use? My son, instead of eggs, what did my cousin use? Some chia seeds or something to use. They use to bind things. So I would just copy this link. And the thing too is you can use the images because you want the images. So you would right click, save image as, and then save it somewhere on your desktop. So you're able to come later and grab it and put it on your newsletter, because newsletter is all about images. So here, this housing market. So I already have an image here. So I'm just gonna go grab a group of houses from these free images, or I could grab the one from the realtor's website. So it's up to you what image you want to use. And it always takes so long, it doesn't matter. If I'm on Zoom, if I'm home alone by myself, it just takes forever. It could be because I have so many images it's trying to pull up because I've been doing this for a long time. So this one right here, but I'm going to search so you guys can see. And it gives us access to Pexels neighborhood. That ain't in the United States. So let's import this one. I don't even remember what the article was about. But we're real estate people. So, you know, find an image that you think will look good for that article, or take the one that's on the site for the article that you're using. So this was there. So I will right click. I might not be able to use theirs. Looks like we can't use that. Let's see, save as. Yeah, that's the web page itself. So in this instant, you're going to have to do what I was doing, which is go find an image. And I'm just going to use this one, even though I just downloaded some other one somewhere. Let's insert this one and grab it, slide that over so I can resize it. Then I'd put a recipe down here, maybe something that's going on in Atlanta. And so your city, so I have a few, discoveratlanta.com. I would click on that one. And again, you can search. So maybe I have to go in here and see what's going on. Things to do, events. So we're already on the events page. Festivals, there we go. So here, Stone Mountain Memorial Day weekend, Atlanta Jazz Festival. Click. I would add this information, start time, end time, location, view the website, and from the website, I would share this. Let's see if we can right click this image. No. You have to find the image that you could stylify. And you can, share this URL, capture a little bit about the music festival itself, and then use this link to get people back. Do we have any questions? And let me get that document together. All right. So we have our newsletter created. Let me close this out, cancel. I'm not saving anything. And so you would have saved your template, and we already showed where to save it in the bottom left corner. All right. And so we're going to also create a text message, because I'm going to show you guys how to create a campaign. And you are going to send the campaign to your people. It is going to have a text message, and it is going to have the email in it. The text message is letting them know, hey, I just sent out this month's newsletter. And then the newsletter is going to go out as well. So this is my December newsletter text. And as you see, it's old. Happy holidays from MAKEBA, real estate advisor. Let's continue to be the light in the lives of those we encounter. Be safe as you plan your celebration to bring in a new year. Please check your email for this month's newsletter. And then there's my business name, there's my slogan, and my signature. So let me copy this so I can show you how to do it. All right. So we're going to add a template. So we came out of our newsletter and it just brings us here. But if it doesn't, you're going to go over to marketing. You're going to go to smart campaigns. Smart campaigns brings you here. We're going to click on template, because now the puzzle piece that we're creating for the campaign is the text message. We've already created the newsletter. Now we're going to create the text message. So add template. It's asking you, what template do you want to create? You want to create a text template. Oh, let me see what's in the chat. No. Ashley, it's not going to have the link to the newsletter, because the newsletter is going to go to their email. That's a great question. Okay. All right. And so we are going to have, and Ashley, I'm going to share a link to a document. This is going to be unedited and uploaded, which means it's going to be extra long, but you'll be able to get the content until I edit it and then put it back up there, and it's going to be shorter. So the name, what's this? May and, cap lock on. May and June newsletter text. I can't spell news. New letter. Okay, and so you are going to type your message to your people to let them know, hey, I have put together a newsletter. I want you to go to your email and look for it, and also put some reference to there too. If you don't see it, check your spam. And so I'm going to add the template. So now we have the two puzzle pieces. We have the newsletter and we have text message. So we're going to put those puzzle pieces together to make our campaign. So again, marketing. If you get kicked out somehow, smart campaign. Now we're going to make the campaign. We have our two templates and we're going to put them together to make a campaign. So over here on the right, because it's already selected, if I did template, then you see this green changes to template. My campaigns, this green box changes to campaign. So we're going to add a campaign. And I like for mine to be triggered. These are the triggers by the hashtag. And so my hashtag will be May, June. You determine all of that. And that's why I like to name everything the same names. So I don't have to figure out what the heck did I, oh shoot, what did I? This is my mama, y'all. Today we have our family reunion meeting at 8:30, 5:30 on the West Coast. Okay, so we are going to choose hashtag. Start the campaign when this hashtag is added to this person's name. Hashtag. And again, the hashtag is going to be, and I typically copy and paste May and June newsletter text, and then put the year too, because if you in the business for a while, that's going to be several different May, June, or if you only do May or only do June, copy it so I can keep using it. And then you're going to hit enter. Oh, it's a hashtag. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed. So look at my bottom left corner. It's telling me there's no spaces in hashtags. That ain't gonna work. And it's not. So hashtags are all one word. And this is yours. It can be as long as you want to. We just want you to remember what it is that your campaign or templates are. So it's only for your eyes. And I need to know what's here. It can be a whole sentence, 4 sentences. I just need to know for my sanity's sake. Because as you see, I have a lot of stuff going on. So hit next. And it's asking you, these are not triggers. It's just asking you, who is this email for? And I'm just going to hit all this for everybody. Text. The campaign name. Remember, I copied and pasted. Copy. And I'm pasting because it's the same. Campaign name, campaign description. Nobody sees this. This is all back office information. So this is for our eyes only. I hit next. And so we see it's me for agents. This is the hashtag, designed for everybody. This is the campaign name, the campaign description, because you can also trigger by adding people to the campaign. And I'm going to show you how to do both of those. It's always running and it's not locked. So I finish. All right. So now I'm going to find the campaign because I need to put the pieces of the puzzle into the puzzle. So I'm going to search it. Remember, I copied and pasted it. I'm pasting it in here and I'm searching it. So this is my campaign. The puzzle pieces are not there yet. Neither of my templates are in here. We're about to put them in here now. And right here, you see that it's not on. So make sure that you cut it on. If it's not on, you're not going to see it. So we can go ahead and cut it on now. If you're working on it, don't cut it on yet, or, but just make sure you're going to cut it on. Right here, there are no touches. That means there's nothing in it. It's empty. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to make it active. Yes, I'm sure. And this is where I add my actions. So now it's asking me, what do you want to do first? I can either put my text message on here first or my email. It doesn't matter. in this instance, because I'm sending them both out immediately, if I wanted to tell people today, look out for the newsletter tomorrow, then I would put the text message first, have it go out whenever. It doesn't go out like in the middle of the night. It is controlled, I think like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Always test things on yourself too. But if I wanted to send a text message out today saying, hey, look out for my email tomorrow, then I would put the text message first and the email next. But again, I'm sending both of these out immediately, so it doesn't matter. But I'll show you where that makes sense. So this is a text message. And so I'm going to paste it again. Search. Well, is this the text message or the email? Hold on. I don't remember which one I used. Hold on. Add action. Let me do newsletter. Okay, newsletter text. May, June. Right here, May, June, newsletter text. I forgot I had named that something different. So this is the text message that we created. And it auto-populated because I typed it in here, search and found it. Paste it again, the name. It's from me, I'm the agent, to my contacts. And it's gonna run immediately. I'm not gonna cut that on yet. I'm gonna show you what I was saying if I want something to happen now and something to happen later, which you are gonna do when you create your own email campaigns. So this can go out minutes later. How many minutes? Time value, 3 minutes. This can go out hours later. How many hours? 13 hours. This can go out days later. This can go out, and then you come over here and you can either type it in or go to the drop-down menu. So I can send a text out immediately, but then my next email won't go out for 30 days. That's what this is. This is the time for your days, for your hours, for your minutes. But we want this text message to go out immediately. So you see, when you hit immediately, everything disappears. So we're going to save this. And it's immediate. This is the first step of our campaign. We're going to add another action. So this action is going to be an email, but you see, you can have several things. You can set yourself up to call them. Be like, hey, it'll remind you, hey, did you get my newsletter? You know, all of this information will pop up to keep it at top of mind for you. So we're going to add the email now. And so the email, I don't know which one I used. Let me do, because I didn't save anything. So there's my main newsletter for last month. That's the subject name, the template name. Now remember, this is what is going to go out with the newsletter. So make sure that you're changing the subject line. I would say something like, greetings from MAKEBA, your real estate advisor. Check out my new email, or look to see what's going, you know, whatever it is that you want in your subject line, add some emojis, make it something to grab their attention. And here, the name again, and name everything the same. I'm pasting still. It's from me to them, and I'm going to run it immediately. So they're going out at the same time. And I'm going to save it. Any questions? All righty. So now I'm going to show you how to add people to the campaign. We have two things going on. Again, we have a text message and an email going out at the same time. I'm going to send it to myself, but I'm going to show you how to send it to your people. So here, Smart CRM, this is where all of our people are. We're going to go to all contacts. Oh, let's see what's in the chat. I send out my newsletters once a month. But again, like I was mentioning earlier, there's a real estate agent. He sends his out every Wednesday. He's like the area expert. and every Wednesday, and I'm sure he don't have a lot of stuff going on. It's probably like a market statistic for the area. And, you know, people look forward to receiving his emails. All right, so here are my people. And as you see, you can control how many names will be on your dashboard. And so this is not too, you want to do the least amount of these as possible. So if you have a lot of names, or however many you do, make this to capacity so you don't have to do what I'm about to do a bunch of times. So 1 of 9, you could have 10 people, and you see that's 215, 10 people, or I could do 250 and there's only 9 different groups. Okay. And so when you're here, and the reason why we're not going to send a mass text message, which is what we have created, because you can, I can select all of these people. The mass text message is just like Twitter. It's a limit to how many you can send. But inside of a campaign, I really haven't seen a limit to how many characters I can send out in a text message. And of course, you receive them, they might get them in 1, 2, 3. My text messages aren't long. But if you send a message from here, it's limited to how many characters. I can't remember how many it is, but I don't send it this way. You can send a mass email. If you have a video message, like Camille was asking earlier, you can send those here like that quickly. And so when you are going to send out something to a group of people, and again, I'm not going to do it here, but you can add that hashtag, the hashtag that we created, May and June newsletter 2023, or you can add them to a campaign, and it had the same name. So add campaign, and I would type it here. Those are all my campaigns. And I would add them to the campaign. I'm not going to. And then once you do it, it will send it out to all of these people. And you'll get a notification in the bottom left-hand corner saying that it was sent. But I'm going to send it to myself to show you guys what it looks like. And you have to hit search. You can search here, or you can search up here. And so I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. I can click on the contact's name specifically. And you can come over here and add campaigns. So I'm going to add the campaign. May, June newsletter. I'm going to hit add. And here, we're going to see the change. See right there? Campaign added, May, June newsletter. I'm going to refresh it because there's also going to be some more information shared that I can't see right now. So there's the text message. And here's the email below it. Hold on, it's not letting me scroll down. There we go. Here's the, that's from April. There's the text message, and here's my May 2023 newsletter. I can click right here to see if I viewed it, and I didn't. I mean, I can view it to see what it looks like, but right here, it'll let you know if I opened it. So it was not open. So another way, let me remove, remember, my other trigger was to add the hashtag. And so again, I got all these spaces in here. So there's 2 ways to begin how I want my, and so the hashtag is updated, and you see right here, the dashboard lets me know the hashtag was updated. But since it's already sent it out to me, it shouldn't send it out again, but let's see if it does. It might. Yeah, it didn't send it out because it knows I already received it. All right, so do we have any questions? So you did see the 3 different ways to send it out, right? Yeah, Wonder Woman. So I can add the hashtag specifically for a person. I can add the campaign specifically for a person, and those are called triggers to get it started. Or I can also come over to my group of people here, click on them all, and then create the action here. Now, when you are sending out anything to a group of people, if you click it once, just know and wait for that box at the bottom to say sent, because it will send it 2 and 3 times for some reason. It's just very frustrating. So just know when you click it once, after you've told it to add them, I guess let me see if I can do it here. Because you guys are like, what? So let me add it here. But I just wanted to show you how you can do it for a group of people. So I can highlight it for myself, more action, add the hashtag, and let me not do hashtag because I have the that long name copied and I'll have to go in and remove those spaces. So let me just add the campaign. So it would be the same thing for all those 250 people. I would add the campaign, hit the button, and see it says campaign added. Because it was only 1, but if it's 250, it's going to take a few seconds. And for you to make sure that it's sent it to your people versus you doing it again, just go grab one person's name off of your list of people, go look on their dashboard and see if they received it. So that's how you know if it actually went out or not. If they didn't receive it, then it didn't. Make sure you refresh and go ahead and send it again. But again, you don't want to have people get 2 and 3 text messages saying, go check my email. All right, do we have any questions? And I got my message. It came on my phone. So it did come out at 8:00 at night at 7:57. So, but I got the message on my celly. All right. Well, that is the end of our session. Let me share the document that has the links on it. And once we finish, I am going to go ahead and have you guys share a few comments about what you learned, because I use those in my YouTube videos as well. And Google Drive. And you don't have to speak if you choose not to, but let me share this link. And again, I'm going to download it tonight. It's going to have all of this banter and conversation that we have. So that means it's going to be like 1.5 hours long. So just skip through to find what it is that you're looking for. And then once I edit it later, let's see, unlisted. There we go. Let me share the link. You guys go ahead and save it. Thinking. All right, it's restricted, copy. All right, here you go. Make sure you save it, go into it. And I upload things as I add them. All right, does anybody have any questions before we go, or anything that you would like to say, any videos that you or sessions that you guys would like for me to teach? I'm always open to doing that as I'm trying to figure out, what's the thing that would interest somebody. It helps me as well. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah. Well, I would like to say thank you so much. And I learned how to make a newsletter using KVCore.
Yes.
And I look forward to, updating it and getting my newsletter out.
Perfect. And let me share my email address because I want you guys to send me your newsletters.
Yeah, thank you. I've been working on this for the last, trying to get the gist of it anyway, for the last week and a half. So
Okay.
it was good to go through the tutorial with you.
Oh, thank you, Camille.
Yep. I'll send it over once I get it completed.
Perfect. Okay. Ashley, thank you for coming in. And again, you'll get a copy of the video. And I'm going to do the second and fourth Tuesday. So next Tuesday, I will be having another evening session. I don't know what yet. So look out for the, Thank you, Sister Muhammad. Look out for the graphic saying what it is. And again, if it's something that you want me to go ahead and deep dive a little further into, text me, let me know, and I'll let you know if that will work. And that is it.